At Hyperstone we develop flash memory controller for professional applications. So if you think to a controller, you think probably to an ASIC, to a chip, to a semiconductor. But this is only one part of the story. The other part is the firmware. And bringing both parts together, hardware and firmware, you have a system, and the system must be tested. So at the end it's different disciplines that come here together. At Hyperstone we have different development teams. So we have the firmware development, which is split into 3 sub-teams. So one team deals with the host interface, another one with the flash, so the algorithmic part, and another team looks for the flash firmware. Then we have a tools team, so they develop solutions that we give to our customers, for example, what they can use in their production for the pre-format. Then we have an ASIC team, so they do the concept work of the controller itself. They do the design, implementation, verification, and so on. And then we have the test team. So in the test team, so the controller and the firmware comes together to a system, and it must be checked over days and weeks to see that the system is really reliable. At Hyperstone we have 2 offices. Headquarters is Constance. Beside Constance we have Düsseldorf, and then we have also colleagues that work remotely. So we have one colleague, for example, located in the UK, and home office is possible. So therefore, people can also be not in Constance, not in Düsseldorf, can be somewhere else. So it's doable, and this is what we do. Beside this, we have offices from Swissbit that we can use, and there are in Berlin and Munich, which is also a great option. So onboarding at Hyperstone starts with this normal HR process that you get your key IT assess and these kind of things. And when it then comes to getting step by step into your work, we usually have some nice tasks that we collect in our Jira and Confluence, where you say, okay, this is an interesting task, so this has a value for the company, but it's a great task to get a first step into the firmware, into the hardware, and so on. And we use this kind of task, and this is then supported by engineers that are many years with us, so that step by step you can do practical work that has a value for the project, for the company, and The perfect candidate at Hyperstone has a high level of self-responsibility, and this is independent if this is in the ASIC development, in the firmware, in the test, in the tools team. So this is a general mindset, I would say. Besides this, we look for a good mixture of engineers or developers with several years of experience, but on the other hand, getting young talents into our teams with fresh ideas coming from the university, and this good mixture, I think, makes a good team.